abends, guten Tag Klasse, hier ist Frau Sebastian. Heute ist Montag. Heute lernen wir über Modal Verben. So bitte nimm dein Deutschheft, das ist dein Deutschheft, und öffne dein Deutschheft auf Seite 53. Wir machen Notizen. So you need to take notes. We're going to learn something new today. And take notes in your Deutschheft auf Seite 53. So, in dein Deutschheft lernen wir über Modal Verben. These are special verbs that don't follow the regular endings. So these are special verbs. They're called irregular because they don't follow the regular rules for the verb chart. Ich spiele, du spielst, sie spielt. So these are regular verbs. And the thing to remember about them is there's no endings in the ich and the sie column. No endings at all. So there's no e and there's no t. There's just no endings. They completely just leave the endings out in the ich and the sie column. So first, let's learn what they mean. You got that? Okay. Here are the modal verbs that we're going to learn today. Dürfen, which means may. And you guys know that from darf ich auf die Toilette, may I use the restroom. Können, which means can. This is a Y, by the way, not a G. And the next one is müssen, which means must. Or some people say it means have to. So those are those ones. You can pause this video anytime to write this stuff down. And there's just two more. So the next one is sollen, which means should. Like soll ich Hausaufgaben machen? Should I do the homework? And wollen, which means want. Willst du ins Kino gehen? Do you want to go to the movies? Willst du Hausaufgaben machen? Do you want to do your homework? So I'm going to show you an example about how these conjugate. So, to look at the conjugation table, first get out your Deutsch book. Here's dein Deutsch book. And öffne dein Deutsch book auf Seite 124. So auf Seite 124, you'll find the conjugation chart. So let's look at an example of one of them. Let's look at conjugating können. So as you guys know, können means can. So let's write the conjugation chart up here. Können means can. And as you know, we always start with the pronouns. Ich, I, du, you, informal. Sie, es, he, she, it. Wir, we, ihr, you guys. In sie, they, you formal. So now what you do is you're going to go through and conjugate this. So this side just conjugates like it always does. So it's, let me get you a different color. It's wir können with an en ending. Don't forget the umlaut. Ihr könnt with a t ending. Sie können with the en ending. So we can, you guys can, they can. Like we can go to Seattle. Wir können nach Seattle fahren. You guys can go to Seattle. Ihr könnt nach Seattle fahren. They can go to Seattle. Sie können nach Seattle fahren. Now, this is where it changes. First of all, this O is going to change to an A on this side. Do is going to have the same ending, which is ST as you know, but it's going to add an A. So here on this side, it's going to change to kannst. So do is going to change to this A, but it uses the normal ST ending. Now remember, modal verbs are called modal verbs because there's no ending in the ich or the RZS part. So here it's just ich kann and RZS kann. So you could say, for example, I can do my homework. Ich kann Hausaufgaben machen. You could do your homework. Du kannst Hausaufgaben machen. He can do his homework. Kann Hausaufgaben machen. So that's the big weird thing about the modal verbs. There's just nothing here. Nothing here. There's no ending. It's just kann. So to get the conjugations for the rest of the endings, it's on page 124 in your book. So here's the chart. So just look on page 124 in your book. I assigned practice exercises in VHL.com. And so you can go there to practice this. Danke. Oh, and please join me for a Kahoot game. I put on the Google Classroom what time we're going to do the Kahoot game. We're going to do it over Zoom. Danke. Tschüss.